Welcome back to my channel.
我们一生注定是沧桑，苦之来要笑着走过呀，朋友啊，让我们一起牢牢铭记。
In today's video, we're going to be doing some Lunar New Year drawings. This video was supposed to come out like the 29th, but I had other things I wanted to post, and I already kind of had like all the videos for this and all the drawings for this, so I thought I might as well just post it now so I don't have to save it for like next year or something. And here is the first drawing.
For this collection, I wanted to use my brothers and I Chinese zodiacs. If you don't know what the Chinese zodiacs are, it's similar to the typical zodiac signs. There are 12 zodiacs, all of which are animals. They are the dragon, rat, dog, goat, monkey, tiger, cat, horse, pig, snake, ox, and chicken. Your zodiac is based upon the year you were born. For example, my eldest brother, DJ, was born in 2006 and is a dog. So I decided that the first drawing would be a dog. I wanted to make the design very obviously Asian inspired. One of the biggest features of Asian fashion is headpieces. A lot of Asian dresses have big golden headpieces on top of their dresses. For the first one, I wanted to give the energy of someone older, more ancient. I gave the design big, manly shoulders because it's what my brother unfortunately lacks. I used these soldier-like shoulder pads with big sleeves. I wanted this one to be a kind of bridal-inspired dress to compensate for the fact my brother will never be wed. I chose the traditional Chinese wedding garment, Zhenghua. Although I am not Chinese, I like the dress and the decorative banner on the front. I decided this decorative banner would be seen in all parts of this 3-dress collection as a way to unify them. I made the dress a floral design because Asian people love their flowers, and I added small dogs all around the design. I think I could have added more dogs to the design and threw in a few different patterns, but it still gets the point across. Lining this drawing was a lot simpler than I expected. The hardest part was the headpiece, with all these small details and gems. I messed up on a few parts and the headpiece isn't very symmetrical, but it doesn't really matter. I added red knots all throughout the drawing. Red knots are often worn for wedding ceremonies and Lunar New Year dresses, so I wanted to incorporate it. This year's animal is Year of the Snake. This means every person born Year of the Snake will have bad luck this year. If you're turning 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, or 84 this year, then that sucks for you. People born Year of the Dog are seen as protective, trustworthy, loyal, and honest. Unfortunately, my brother's none of these. Just look at him. This is not the haircut of someone who possesses those traits. This is the haircut of a thug. For colors, I used a dark red, and gold, making sure to keep just to these colors. The color red symbolizes good luck, happiness, and prosperity. Supposedly, it wards off evil spirits and brings positive energy. However, it is the color of Satan, so I don't know. The color gold is obviously for money. You know how much Asian people like their money. Greedy, greedy, greedy people. I used gold for all the embellishments and design, and I used red for the base color of the dress. For the dark red, I used it in places I wanted to keep decorative and not take attention away from the main dress. Now it's time to gel pen this design. I put silver gel pen in the middle of all the flowers, and for the bigger flowers, I used small spots going around them. I don't know why I did, but I put gold and silver onto the dark red. If I could go back in time, I would beat my ass before I put the gel pen onto this color. I don't know what I was thinking when I did this, but clearly it was not a lot. I shaded the bottom and signed it, and here is the finished piece. For the next drawing, it's based off of my older brother, Bryson. I guess I didn't realize how greasy my camera was, because watching this back, I don't know what kind of Vaseline filter I had on, but it was not good. I should wipe off my camera. I should have known better. I should have done that. And I will improve towards the future. He was born 2007, which is Year of the Pig. He most definitely fits Year of the Pig. His room is a constant pig pen, and being in there for more than 20 minutes makes me want to rip off my nose, pluck out my eyes, and jump off a cliff. People born Year of the Pig are wealthy, generous, and have good fortune. They're kind-hearted, sincere, and diligent. Which I think we can all guess if that fits him.
You can't say.
For this piece, I wanted to do a more modern dress. I went with the skin-tight dress with big puffy sleeves and a cape attached to the sleeves. I knew with the big cape there needed to be a way to bring silhouette back into the design, so having a form-fitting dress was the best option. I wanted to make the headpiece smaller because the first drawing was the oldest. The second one isn't the oldest, so she needs a smaller headpiece to show she isn't as important. I brought back the banner from the last drawing and put one on the belt and two on the sleeves. It makes the drawing really cohesive, and it's probably my favorite part of the design. When inking this piece, I saw how ugly her face was.
Bitch, fuck you. That's it. Bitch, fuck you, you ugly motherfucker. I hope you slip and fall going down the doorsteps. Hell.
Instead of looking like a pig, she looked like a frog. I quickly got out a new piece of paper, cut out the shape of her face, sketched a new one, inked it, and just like that, it never happened. I also realized how little there was going on. I liked it a lot more than the other. I think the last drawing felt a bit messy, like I just threw stuff at it and I called it good. This design looks a lot more thought out. For these sleeves, I wanted to make it look almost like pig ears, because he's a pig. I added the image of pig on the banners as well as into the headpiece. I added the same roses as the last drawing. Pretty much every single Asian woman I know only owns the pattern flowers. Never stripes or flannel, just floral designs. So I kept that in the design. I kept the colors the exact same as the last, red, gold, and dark red. At this point, my red colored pencil was starting to turn into a cast member of Little Women LA.
What's wrong, Minnie?
This bitch is trying me.
Oh Lord, we back to that.
It was not looking up for parrot pink. In the last drawing, I felt like red wasn't the main color. So, I really wanted to bring the red back into focus and have it be the color your eyes immediately go for. For the dark red, I changed it up from the last. The last one I used a brown undertone for the color, whereas this one I used a dark red undertone for the color and layered the same red on top of the dark red. This created a really nice color and also made it appear a lot smoother than the last. I used the dark red behind the form-fitting dress to really drive in the silhouette. This darker color makes the full outline of the body really prominent and keeps her curves intact despite all the fabric that's going on. I used the gold as a trim for the cape as well as the bottom of the dress, just as I did with the last drawing. For gel pen, I used it in the middle flowers, simple embellishments like bracelets, beads, and necklaces. I added my shading as well as my signature, and she was done. Overall, a really nice piece. It's so simple yet intricate, and the colors really pop off the page. She has a fantastic silhouette, and although it's not very obvious she's representing the pig, I think she looks great. In terms of similarities to my brother, there is none. But at least she's pretty, unlike my gangster wannabe older brother.
For this last drawing, it's based on me, as I deserve. I was born 2009, so my zodiac is the ox. Oxes represent hard work, check. Diligence, check. Dependability, check. Reliable, check. Determined, check. Patience, check. And persistence, check. So what I'm hearing is I'm absolutely an ox. Oxes are kind of big, huge, stomping animals. So I wanted to do a big, huge dress.
I know I'm a fat ass, and all of y'all are dumbasses. Ugly, probably all broke and all bitches.
Whereas the past two had skirts, which showed a lot more body. This drawing specifically, I really wanted to push the slightly tailored and smaller ball gown. In the last two drawings, I used these banners. So, for this drawing, I implemented that by putting it on the skirt, almost as another layer of decoration. The other two drawings had bigger sleeves, so I continued that. I also gave this drawing some cute little shoulder pads. I wanted to really use the image of the ox horn. It's such a distinct shape, and using it in a drawing can be really fashion or really costume. Me and my brother were eating these Lunar New Year candies, and this one specifically was so tasty.
I ate one before I recorded it, and I'm gonna eat the rest when I'm done with this.
That you do in life, you're gonna eat. If there's one thing you'll do, honey, it's eat, 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 eat until you can't eat no more, but you're never full.
Because of how big the horns are, I couldn't make a headpiece as big. It would just be too much on top. So instead, I opted for a more sculptural hair design. As soon as the ink hit the paper, the face got so severely messed up. I have no idea what happened, but she looked a mess. I cut out a new face, sketched it, inked it, and it was somehow worse. It was unsymmetrical. She looks like she's melting. And as the white people say, third time's the charm. So I cut out another new face. I sketched it, I inked it, and it's okay. She's cute. It's not that bad. But is it good? No. So I moved on with the drawing and continued to ink it in. I used the same florals all over, just as the last two. And I think it did look a bit granny dress, but you gotta trust the process, okay? The longer I went drawing the roses, the worse they got. It came to a point where it stopped looking like roses and more like a big pile of ox crap. And then I messed up on the fingernails. And now she looks like the mom from Coraline. Fantastic.
Don't you dare disobey me, Coraline!
But the whole time I was drawing this, I was truly glazing myself. This drawing is so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It looks I added little ox horns on the side of the hips. I made sure not to put them on the waist, or else it would completely eliminate that waist definition. When drawing bigger dresses, the bodice had to be smaller. Same with the sleeves. Ball gowns are a huge pile of clothes, and getting swallowed up in a ball gown is really easy. I had to make sure I framed the face and the body to keep the person in the dress without getting buried in the dress. I used the same colors as always, red, gold, and dark red. And Tabitha's back, the baddie of the century. Unfortunately, I made the severe mistake of putting her butt on the paper. Now there's a giant ugly stain. I tried to erase it, but it just looks like an old person diaper now. I don't know why, but lately I've been using a lot of red. It's a color I don't usually use just because of how strong it is. I like my whites, light blues, and silvers. The color red can make your face look super pink, which is why it's a color I don't own a lot of. I really like the amount of gold in this drawing though. Sometimes I use too much of one color, but this drawing, it was so perfectly balanced. It's so attractive. That's so sexy. At this point, Parrot Pink was on life support, and I was giving CPR, but Babes was not waking up. I had to solve that. So now we're using Ruby Red. It's time to send Parrot Pink to the gates, but Ruby Red is pretty similar, so it's not too noticeable. If you look closely, there's very much so a slight difference, but once it's shaded, it looks so even. I think it also works because it's underneath the original color, so the skirt has a slight difference and separation from the rest of the design.
I'm nodding like I understand, but I'm not so sure I do.
I was worried how the dark red would turn out with this new color, but honestly, it's practically the exact same, so why would it not work? And just look how this dark red came out. That's so tasty! I finished the coloring, and it's time for gel pens. For this, I used a lot more gold gel pen. Typically, I use more silver, just because it gives really good highlights. But in this drawing, I wanted to use it more because it just fits the theme better. I did the same highlighting on the flowers, in the middle, and in a circle on the bigger flower. I shaded the bottom, signed it, and it's done. I thought I would hate this because ball gowns can look really Disney princessy, but this drawing is so cute. I think it's the best of the whole collection, honestly and fully, but Ox is the best zodiac, so that's probably why.
And here is the finished collection. I honestly think this collection is really beautiful. I think they all look really cohesive together, and I think it's just overall really good looking. If I had to rank them, this would be first, this would be second, this would be last. I think some areas of improvement. This one has quite a bit going on, and I also think there's way too much dark red in this. And then this one has the perfect balance of all the colors, and this one definitely has too much just normal red. I think an area I could improve is definitely balancing my colors. As you look through them from start to ending, I definitely got better at my coloring and my color balances, and I think that's actually a really good thing. It wasn't good that I improved while doing this collection, but at least this one looks really good. Honestly though, I would hang all of these up. I think they look so great together, and just like, look at that. That's amazing. That's really amazing to me. If you want to see the high quality versions of these, make sure you follow me everywhere. On my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Pinterest, and X. The high quality versions of these will all be released, and also you'll know immediately when a new video comes out. My next video comes out on the 19th. We are doing some Valentine's drawings. So come back for that. I'm really excited for it. And of course, thank you for watching. If you want to watch more of my content or subscribe, that would be really helpful. And thank you. Bye.